In the small village of Kuta, hidden between green hills and muddy paths, lived two blind lovers, Padis and Chuka. Though life had never been kind to them, they found light in each other. Their world was dark, but their hearts were full. They begged during the day and leaned on one another during the cold nights. And one day, miraculously, God gifted them a daughter, Ziora. Zora came into the world crying loudly, as though she already knew her path would be hard. As she grew, the world watched with awe. She was brilliant, speaking in full sentences by age 2, reading borrowed books under moonlight by 6, and helping her parents navigate the world with the instincts of a mother rather than a child. But brilliance couldn't feed the stomach. From the age of 7, Zora would roam farmlands, collecting leftovers, picking fallen fruits, and even singing in markets for coins. People pitied her, this child with so much promise, carrying two blind parents on her tiny shoulders. Yet, she never complained. At 16, Zora was fetching water at the stream when she met Nduka. He was dressed differently, clean, confident, curious. He had come to the village for a charity project organized by his father's company. When he saw Ziora, he was drawn to the quiet resilience in her eyes. "You carry the world on your head like it's nothing," he said. She smiled shyly. "I don't have a choice. If I drop it, my parents starve." They talked for hours. And for the first time in her life, Ziora felt seen. Not as a poor village girl, not as the daughter of the blind, but as herself. Nduka kept coming back. He helped her study, gave her books, told her she was meant for more. By the time she turned 19, Nduka had fallen deeply in love with her. He wanted to marry her. His heart was clear, but his word was not. His parents raged. "You'll marry a beggar's daughter. What does she have? Who are her people?" But Nduka stood firm. He built a small house near the city and brought Ziora's parents to live with them. He got Ziora into school, loved her fiercely. They got married in a small church, with her blind parents holding each other and crying tears of joy. Soon, Ziora got pregnant. The world celebrated. But joy turned into sorrow when the baby, Tob, was born blind. Nduka changed. Slowly. "It's your blood," he snapped one day. "Your curse." Ziora's heart cracked. The man who once lifted her was now blaming her for something neither of them controlled. His mother fanned the flames. "We warned you. You brought this into our lives." Arguments turned to silence. Silence turned to cold shoulders. Until one morning, Nduka's mother threw Ziora's bag outside. "Leave. You and that blind thing. Go back to the bush where you belong." Ziora begged. But Nduka turned his face away. With her baby on her back and tears blinding her vision, she walked, through rain and mud, into the forest where no one would find her. She vanished. In the absence of Ziora, Nduka's world began to rot. The house he built felt colder. The bed emptier. Every corner echoed with silence. He tried to fill the void with work, with people, with noise. But nothing worked. He avoided his parents. He avoided the nursery. He avoided his own reflection. And the shame. It wrapped around him like a chain. His dreams were haunted, not by monsters, but by the memory of her eyes when she begged him to choose her, and he turned away. Meanwhile, Adis and Nduka remains in the house Nduka had given them. At first, they waited each day by the door, listening for Ziora's footsteps. They had none. People whispered that she had disappeared into the forest with a child. Some even said she died. But the old couple never believed it. Back to the forest, Zora was reborn. She built a shelter of sticks and leaves. It wasn't just hunger and cold that tested her, it was the silence. No human voices. No music. No laughter. Just wind. Her thought, and the sound of Tobe's small heartbeat as he lay against her chest. At night when Tobe slept, she wept quietly, whispering stories to the stars, stories her parents once told her. Of gods. Of spirits. Of survival. By day, she foraged. She learned which roots were safe, which berries could heal, which tree bark could soothe fever. The forest became her teacher. Sometimes, distant eyes watched wild animals, curious spirits, or the old hunter who left gifts by her shelter but never said a word. Tobe, though blind, laughed freely. He was a fire. He would crawl toward her voice, grip her fingers and hum to the rhythm of the forest. He was actually her strength, even when she had none left. She lived on fruits and roots. Nights were cold. Days were cruel. One night, as she wept, she looked to the sky and whispered prayers. God, if you see me, if you truly see me, touch my child. Weeks passed. One morning, her prayers rose like smoke into heaven. Tobe woke up and stared into her eyes. Mama, your eyes are brown, he whispered. She froze. Tobe, you can see. I can see. Ziora collapsed in disbelief. God had answered. Her cries had pierced heaven. She returned to the village, to Enduka's house. When he saw her, guilt overwhelmed him. He broke down. Held her and the child, sobbing like a boy. I failed you. I failed him. His mother was stunned. Her power crumbled in the face of a miracle. Zora forgave, not because it was easy, but because her heart was bigger than her pain. Years passed. Tobe became a doctor for the blind, dedicating his life to healing others. As for Adiz and Chuka, her parents, they lived long enough to see their grandson regain sight. They died holding hands, just as they had lived, in love, in darkness, but with hearts full of light. And that's how it all happened. To this day, I still can't explain it. But one thing's for sure, I'll never forget it. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more chilling tales, and leave a comment below.